Folks, welcome into the inaugural edition of the Sports Trifecta. We got two guys who played in the league. We, of course, know the face of this show. We've talked about this. Let me be honest with y'all. We did a show last week.
Yeah.
It was so bad they didn't want to air it.
Yeah.
Because of him.
Yeah.
Okay. So Fred Smoot, 45th pick in the draft, many moons ago.
100 moons ago.
100 moons. And to my left is the man who was on our first podcast back in the day last year. Cartwright, pick number 257. 257.
Out of 261.
See how he said that? You see
Yeah,
how
and you asked me and I knew nothing.
Oh, you saw how his head rocked like I'm pissed still.
Yeah.
Why are you pissed?
I ain't pissed, but I made the best. I'm just gonna say I made the best of it.
Hell of a career.
Yeah. 10 years,
Got pension.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
And you can walk, you can play golf.
Oh, healthy.
Right?
Yeah.
You're healthy, right?
If you want to say, I go to physical therapy 2 times a week.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I mean, he goes to mental therapy 4 days a week.
He needs to go every day.
That's fine. That's fine. And it's so funny. We got 2 rookies, speaking of guys, that remind me one of him and one of me.
Oh, who was that?
All right.
For the Washington football team.
Of course, Jared Patterson, the running back.
Running back.
I compare him to him.
Okay.
Around the same size, both fast, both hard to get on the ground. I always tell people it's hard to put something on the ground that's already on the ground.
Right.
It's a hard thing to do. And Benjamin St. Just, he reminds me of me.
Really?
Tall, long corner.
I can see that.
Wait, hold on. You said tall.
I was a tall corner when I came out.
Okay, you shrunk now? You shrunk?
No, the position just continued to grow.
Okay.
Richard Sherman has made 6'3" a regular thing.
Yes.
So now we have one of those guys with that capability.
Right.
And when you that tall and that long, it makes it hard for people to throw fade routes on you. So that's the first route you take out of your route tree when you face him. So, and he's fluent to be that tall. Usually 6'3" guys are long striders. This guy actually can work well and quick in short spaces. That's why I think he's going to be good. Right. I think he actually has a chance to be a Pro Bowl. I feel that good about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Richard Sherman gives new meaning to in-law relationships, by the way.
Yeah. I knew you was going to throw that in there.
You had to.
Yeah.
Horrible. Oh, well, so let's start with the Washington football team and Jared Patterson, who is the leading ground gainer, by the way, in the preseason. And undrafted out of University of Buffalo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This guy in college in one game had a combined 558 yards and is the co-holder of the most touchdowns in a game in Division I FBS football, with 8 in a game. This guy can do it all. After 2 games, is he a lock for the squad?
In my opinion, yes. I mean, when you got a guy who's able to come in on third down, he's an all-around back. He can run the football, catch the football, and he's a good special team player. So what else do you want? For an undrafted guy that's making rookie minimum, I mean, I think he's definitely a lock. I mean,
he can pass block. He can pass pro.
Well, that's big, right?
Exactly.
And that's big. And like they say, it's only one thing dangerous on a roster to you as a veteran, and that's a cheaper version of you. Right. And an undrafted guy is a cheaper version of you, so he becomes dangerous. Because now the coach has got a decision to make.
Yeah.
If we're going to get the same production from this guy at $700,000 that we're going to get from this same guy at 5, I'm sorry. You're out of there. It's the law of numbers.
Yeah.
How big is, you mentioned it, pass pro. We call it pass pro, pass protection.
Yeah.
If you can't do that in this league,
in my opinion, you can't play in the league.
You don't make the squad.
From a coaching standpoint, when I was coaching in Cleveland, I seen it. You got guys that can run the football, can catch the football, but when it comes to pass protection, they unable to do it.
Right.
And the biggest thing is having the willingness to do it.
Yeah.
And if you got guys that's willing to go out there and understand the technique and understand what's going on and know when the blitz protection, when the blitz is coming, and they able to pick it up, so then they can react. They can go out and play football. When you got a guy that don't know what's going on, they questioning if he's blitzing or not, then you don't want that guy in those situations. I think with Patterson, he understands the game. He understands the blocking scheme. He's able to get out there and do a great job. And so that's why I think they need him. I mean, he's cheap.
Right.
He's cheap. He's cheap.
Well, cheap is a relative term, brother.
Yeah,
but $660,000 is the
that's in the
rookie
NFL,
minimum.
but he also got a shorter leash on his contract. See, I remember when I came out, I had Antonio Pierce, undrafted free agent, who went on to win the Super Bowl with the New York Giants.
Right.
At the end of the day, AP got paid before me, all right? Because he didn't get drafted. So his contract was a 1-year, 2-year contract. He can go back to the table. And if you can be part of that thunder and lightning backfield, this guy can get a contract for a long time because his body type tends to play for
Longer,
an extended amount of time.
Exactly.
Are they keeping 4 running backs? We're talking Antonio Gibson, J.D. McKissick, Peyton Barber.
You think Peyton Barber is out of here. I just think Coach likes Peyton Barber because he's just that old 2 yards in the cloud of dust.
Yeah, but you can get that from Patterson. Because I sat there and watched a run play from the end zone copy last week when they played the Bengals and he scored the touchdown.
Yeah.
You could even see him
Yeah.
until he got in the end zone. So when you got somebody that stature that's you're not able to see,
Right.
like a Darren Sproles was, like myself,
Yeah.
you can't see those guys. So they get
Until
behind
it's
those
the
big old
last
lines
minute.
until the last minute, then it's too late.
Yeah.
So you can get the same production, in my opinion, out of passing that you can get out of Peyton.
Yeah.
And he's going to be cheaper.
But 17 games, are you at least thinking about I should keep 4?
I don't know if you can with the numbers. Did the numbers increase as far as like roster
Not
spots?
yet.
No, they still letting them have the same, you know how they can move a guy from practice squad, a veteran.
Right.
They still letting them have that freedom right there.
This what if you keep Patterson on practice squad,
He's not gonna make it.
He's not gonna make it.
He's not
Somebody's
gonna
gonna come. Somebody's gonna pick him up because of his production.
Yeah.
And he's cheap. Again, we say cheap.
Most
You know,
definitely will pick him up.
$660,000. I think you mentioned that's cheap compared to
Very
a
cheap.
guy that's making
Right.
$1.2 million.
Yeah.
You know, I experienced that whole money situation in San Francisco when I was there in San Francisco my last year. You could get Boobie Dixon from Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Could play fullback, running back, short yardage back for $500,000 opposed to paying a running back like myself, 32 years old, special teams guy, $925,000. So why not?
Yeah.
It's business. You trying to cut your overhead expenses. So that's what they did, you know. So that's how the game works.
I know that. I've seen that in TV.
Yeah.
That ain't funny.
But that's why you're here, bro.
It's not funny. Is that why I'm here?
Yeah, no
Doing
worries.
a show. By the way, I failed to mention this. I dropped the bomb. I buried the lead. We are live, not live. We're on tape from DC Prime.
Yes.
In Ashburn. It's one of Fred's drivers away from the park.
I love it.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Now, he's a normal here. Like,
Yeah.
everybody knows. He knows everybody. Everybody knows him.
Yeah, he can
you
hit
know
a
what?
golf ball, but not that far. We're here at DC Prime. They host us here in the preseason. We get a nice meal. Fred had, I think that thing's still breathing. By the way.
No, short rib. I had it nicely done.
We
I had
tackled the
I had to cook like a grown man should.
Okay.
So what was that? Is that medium?
That's a medium well.
Medium. That
That is not grown man.
Yeah, I'm hearing things out of this piece of meat, by the way.
Yeah.
I had the lovely seafood. Lovely seafood. All right, real quick. Ryan Fitzpatrick, we've got a minute left. Taylor Heineke. Is it a quarterback competition? I say no.
Yes. I'm telling you, Tyler Heineke. Last
Taylor.
call.
He keeps calling him Tyler.
Hey, last
Taylor
call
Heineke.
for alcohol, grab me a Heineke. All right? That's what I'm telling you. It's a contest. I promise you it is.
Okay, you say. And you say?
I really don't see it. I mean, if you want to give your team the best opportunity to win beginning of the season, you got to go with the veteran.
I know it, but
This guy's been around for a very long time.
Very
He
long time.
understands.
how many times has he played 16 games? Now we're playing 17 in the full season. Never. And I'm telling you, Rob, when he lets this guy get on the field, he will never get his job back. Yeah. I've seen it happen before. Heineke has that in-game magic. I'm telling you, they're going to ride with it.
For your old folks, that's called Wally Pipp. Wally Pipp left the game for the Yankees. Lou Gehrig came in and set the record for consecutive games played. Be right back here in the Sports Trifecta. When we come back, we'll talk some things in the NFL and depth chart. They've both been on it. It doesn't mean anything. Be right back.
Hi guys, Dawn Gilomino here with WDVM Local News. If you want to be a part of the fun, like us here at DC Prime, our on-location sponsor, please give me a shout via the information below. We'll be glad to bring you into the fold of tomfoolery. We look forward to hearing from you.
Y'all don't know what's happening here, do you? Yeah, you don't know. We're back here at DC Prime, the Sports Trifecta. Again, I'm on record as saying quite possibly the worst name of all TV shows
I
ever.
picked it.
Yeah. Fred Smoot, Cartwright, Chick Hernandez here. Depth charts. So, we've got 17 games scheduled.
Yeah.
The team's got to make some cuts. You guys played high school ball. I played high school ball. Y'all played college. I played junior college. Always a depth chart. As a pro, did you look? Was there a depth chart, a physical depth chart on a wall somewhere that you looked at?
I mean, it was a physical depth chart, like maybe in like the draft room or somewhere like that. But I always based my position on the amount of reps I was getting on which team. First team, second team, third team.
Right.
I always knew my role was special team, third running back.
Right.
That was my role, so I understood my role, so I embraced it.
Right.
So the amount of reps you get is kind of going to determine where you are on the depth chart.
And you came in as a high-priced, loudmouth.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to look at that depth chart. And you got to realize, I walked into a meeting room, I'd never forget, with Marty Schottenheimer. And I had Deion Sanders, the guy who I built my career after. Then I got Darryl Green, one of the all-time greats, and I got Champ Bailey, who just coming into his own.
Right.
I turned to Marty and said, why you waste that draft pick? And he like, nah, it's going to be the two youngsters.
Really?
Y'all going to be this is where we starting at.
Okay.
And that gave me enough confidence then, because I'm like, wow. And then different things started to happen. Deion actually retired for a week and then went to Baltimore.
Of course he did.
He gave me 21, so I got 21. I got his lock. I got everything. So that was.
Wait,
that
he gave you 21?
Yeah, because I was 23 for like 6 days.
So when he left, you took 21. He didn't give
No,
you 21.
he gave me 21. Here go McLeese.
Did you have to pay for it?
No.
You didn't have to pay for it.
I didn't have to pay for it.
You know how that works. I mean, there's a lot of guys who.
No, but if he ain't going to be on the team no more, and he's moving on, he's basically saying, here, pick up where the old man left off.
By the way, what was that like? Because he had that burgundy and gold suit.
Hey, listen, and he had a lazy boy in the meeting room.
What?
Yeah.
That sounds like Big Mike Sellers had a lazy boy in the meeting room.
Hey, but see, that's the only chair he can fit in. That's the difference. Pride would just had his own aura and his own way of doing things. I don't think it'll ever be matched by nobody.
Wow, a lazy. Oh.
Well, he want to be comfortable. I can understand.
Yeah, we got to.
He was what at the time? 34.
He had to relax those dogs, man. Those feet were.
That's what was bothering him at the end.
Yeah.
All right. That's what pushed him into retirement.
No question.
Rob, by the way, have you ever seen Fred's feet?
Yeah.
I've never seen Fred's feet.
Horrible.
Hey, first of all, they look like an athlete's feet supposed to.
No.
I put miles on them and thank feet. I thank my feet for the job they do.
Okay.
And they look the part.
They look
they look awful.
Yeah, ridiculous.
You're welcome.
Ron Rivera said this week about one Chase Young. He was asked the question, could Chase have played on the vaunted 85 Bears defense, which Ron Rivera was a member of? And Rivera said, that's a good fit. In fact, that kid right there is the future of what the NFL is going to look like. That's some high praise from a coach.
I mean, last year speaks for itself. I mean, the guy is amazing at that position.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets the defense going. He
stirs the pot.
He stirs the pot.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what you want. If you got a guy like that that's going to get out there and give you everything he got day in and day out, and you know what to expect, the other guys on the team know what to expect.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this, Rob. Pass pro. We talked about it earlier. Mm-hmm. Chase Young is on the opposite side of the ball. They got you chipping before you go out there, either helping at tackle. What's your plan to block a guy with that much limb? Because I'm sure he reminds you of Julius Peppers. He reminds you of that type of guy.
Right.
How would you pass pro this guy?
Well, first off, I'm going to slide protection to him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to slide away from him. I'm going to slide it to him.
What does that
But
mean?
Sweat on the other side now.
Okay.
Sweat, you can run from you running from one dog to another dog.
Right.
You still going to get bit.
But those are listening. So what does that mean, sliding?
So I'm sliding the whole line to Chase Young.
How do you do that?
That's game plan. That's what you do during the week.
So the
quarterback
coordinators
checks
do
The
it.
coordinator is coming up with, we slide to this guy.
Okay.
So, because he can disrupt the whole game plan. You got a game plan for this guy.
Okay, like
Because
Lawrence Taylor back in the day.
Yeah, he can change the game.
Okay.
This one guy can change the game. Like
So-
basketball, one player can dominate the game.
So
This
quarterback
dude,
line of scrimmage goes, all right, there he is.
We going to
Identify
him.
him. Okay.
Everybody know we sliding him.
Okay.
So I'm going to work everything to Chase Young and go to Sweat. You know, if I'm an offensive coordinator.
Okay.
Well, you're going to have problems there, too, because I ain't going to let you talk about the dog brother. All right, because this is what happened. I call it the Champ Bailey effect. Every Mississippi State Bulldog go through it. All right, when I got here, Champ used to get all the love. I led the team in interceptions every year I played here.
He's still
and
better.
he got it. All right? And now my dog brother doing the same thing and leading the team in sacks, and Chase get all the love. So I'm here to speak up for the little man that happened to be 6'6", 265 pounds.
All right, so you're Jack Del Rio, you're game planning for who?
It ain't no, you got to stop both of them.
Okay,
If you show one too much attention, it's like having twins, 2 twin daughters. You can't show one more attention than the other one. You got to kind of split it in half.
I'm sorry, but I have a favorite child. You don't have a favorite child?
No, of course we do. We all do.
Okay.
But
You got a
parents
favorite
lie. Parents lie. Parents lie. They lie all the time and say
Yes,
no.
they do.
But see, at least I was the only child, so my mom was like, yeah, I had to be.
Now you know why he is who he is.
Oh yeah, trust me, I know.
Yes.
I know. I've been around him enough to know he's been the only child, and he's gonna do any and everything in his power to do whatever it takes to win.
All right, so toughest guy you had to pass pro against?
Navarro Bowman and Patrick Willis.
Yeah.
When I was in San Francisco.
Really?
Yeah.
2 beasts of linebackers. Both of them, totally
Right.
different. Patrick Willis was gonna run you over. Navarro Bowman could run you over. He can give you a little
Speed
wiggle
to
too.
power,
You know,
yeah.
Speed to power. So
Right.
being able to, watching those guys in practice, I learned how to block. You know, it's all
Right.
technique. It's technique based.
Right.
Stay on the inside. Make them go outside. Because guess what?
That's
you got to step up. The quarterback got to step up in the
That's
pocket.
right,
So make
right.
them run the hoop.
Right.
If you understand that, then you'll be good.
This is the only time I think in this show I will say that my experience as a quarterback in high school and junior college, one of the most difficult things is to step up in that pocket because you have to trust the fact that you are pushing that guy to the boundary, to the outside, and that my guard and my tackle have not let me hang out to dry because
Right.
once you step up, you get punched in the face. It's
I
over.
did watch some old footage of you in junior college, stepping up in the pocket, and you were terrible.
No, that's
I
not true.
want to report the news. You have your version, and I have the truth.
The truth is I didn't play a whole lot at quarterback. I played more at free safety.
Thank
high school,
Lord.
High school, a different
Thank
story.
Lord.
A different
Thank
story.
Lord.
Why are you hating on this?
No, I'm not. It's all love,
Chick,
brother.
you
Somebody
don't know
has
it
to
by
report.
now. He has a hater mentality
Yeah.
at times, like
Yeah.
all the time.
If you play cornerback, one thing you do, don't ever take a cornerback to church with you. We lie, we cheat, and we steal. We taught that from day one. All right? You got to lie to yourself after you get beat for 80 yards for a touchdown and still tell yourself you good.
Yeah.
All right? But cheat mean by any means necessary. I might hold you. I might do any little thing. And stealing is what we get paid for. Thieving. All right? That's what you get paid for. Stealing balls that don't belong to you.
See, we're doing this show from DC Prime, and when Fred said lying and cheating and stealing, there were at least 30 women in this bar. What? I'm sorry, what? What did he say? What did he say? Oh, that dog. All right, we'll come back here. We're going to get back to the NFL, some topics in the league, what's going on, and some final thoughts on as the Washington football team gets ready for the Baltimore Ravens and one guy named Lamar Jackson, although
Which they never lose in the preseason. Nobody
haven't
ever
lost.
speaks on it. They haven't lost in
is
like
that a big
6
deal?
years in the preseason.
I'll ask that question. Is it a big deal? Coming back here on the Sports Trifecta.
Hi guys, Dawn Gilomino here with WDVM Local News. If you want to be a part of the fun, like us here at DC Prime, our on-location sponsor, please give me a shout via the information below. We'll be glad to bring you into the fold of tomfoolery. We look forward to hearing from you.
All right, welcome back to DC Prime. This is the Sports Trifecta. We are working on a show from Amsterdam.
Yeah.
We're trying.
We're trying.
Which would be cool.
Golfing trip,
Yeah.
really get to see the,
Absolutely. That'll
See
be
the land.
spectacular. I love that. NFL news. Let's see. So, Sony Michel goes to the Rams
Yeah.
from the Patriots for a 2022 5th and 6th round pick, although it could end up being a 4th round compensatory pick. Did Sean, what's his damn name?
McVay, Sean
McVay,
McVay.
yes.
How do I forget his name?
Yeah, he was here.
You know what it is?
Pretty, the most handsome coach in football.
Too many of these.
Huh?
You're right.
Yeah. Don't look him in the eye. It's like Prince. Don't look him in the
He's
eye.
so handsome that 2 members of the media got in a fight over him at a bar one time. And they were both female, by the way.
I can
Anyway,
believe.
we're not going to mention names.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try. Did he pull a Bill Belichick in this trade? Because Cam Akers is gone for the year with an Achilles.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah.
I think they needed that. I mean, hearing what the GM was saying about Sony's played in big games, he's carried the ball in big games, big drives. So it's something they needed. I think the Rams think they got the team to take them to the Super Bowl with Matt Stafford, and then losing Cam Akers was a big part of their offense. So I think Sony fits that offense. I don't think he's going to be the number one guy. I think they'll rotate him in with the other person they got.
First of all, check this out. Let's be honest. Belichick has done it again. So the LA Rams a used toothbrush. Now, I don't know if you go to the store looking for a used toothbrush, but it's used, all right? Nothing you can do with it, all right? They just got sold. He did nothing there. He did nothing running the ball.
Have you looked at his stats, though?
Yeah, they not that. They minuscule.
Fred, he was drafted in the first round.
You know it ain't about how many backs did you outlast in your draft class that was drafted in the first round?
Quite a bit.
So let's not talk about where you drafted it. It ain't how you come into the league. It's how you leave out of the league. And this guy right now got as many yards as a tick. All right? He hadn't ran anywhere. All right? Somebody got to report the news, and maybe just me.
Maybe just you. Steven Sims, released by the Washington football team this week, picked up by the Buffalo Bills. If I'm Cole Beasley, I'm going, maybe I shouldn't have said all that stuff about the vaccine and all that jazz. You think Steven Sims prospers in Buffalo?
I think he does. Yeah. Anytime you get with a quarterback like Josh Allen and you a wide receiver, that's why I chose to play cornerback when I was in high school more over than wide receiver.
Because
I get to control my own destiny at cornerback. And wide receiver, I'm one bad quarterback away from never being in the league.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm just going to take my destiny into my own hands. So if you're a wide receiver, I put it like this. Stephon Diggs had your boy Kirk Cousins.
My boy.
Yes. Your guy Kirk Cousins.
That's your man.
Yes. And you see
that's
his,
your man.
No,
Yeah.
not me. Not me. At the end of the day, you see Stephon Diggs' stats almost double with a guy with a strong arm compared to a guy with a noodle.
So speaking of Stephon Diggs, why do you think Minnesota got rid of Stephon Diggs? Because of Jefferson?
Because of Kirk. Him and Kirk didn't get along because he held Kirk accountable. He told Kirk, I'm open. Yep. I've been open 50 times and you only threw it to me 5. All right, now let me show you what I can go do with a strong arm quarterback. I'm going to go get the most yards in the league. I'm going to go break a playoff record. I'm going to go almost get to the championship.
By the way, Stephon Diggs is one of the best route runners in the NFL.
That I've ever seen in my life.
By the way, University of Maryland product, Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, but y'all do have the worst mascot of all time.
The worst?
A turtle.
It's a terrible.
No, you can name, if you can name hair anything you want to, but has hair. The turtle. Like, I always wonder what y'all do in the huddle. Let's go, turtles.
Hold on, I got to stop you right there.
Wait, hold on. Who won the race?
I got to stop you right there.
Terrapin or the hare? Who won the race?
That was written by somebody. What you say?
My boy is this old offensive line coach at the University of Maryland, Brian Braswell, so I cannot let you sit here and talk about the University of Maryland like that.
So you say, you can look me in the eye right now as a grown man and tell me that's intimidating, a turtle mascot.
Guess what? If you win football games, it don't matter.
They don't. They don't.
Yeah.
When the last time Maryland won
Mike Loxley.
Oh, I love Mike. I love Mike.
You love Mike.
And then you got the
two
younger brother there.
I'll make sure he gets a copy of this since you're talking about the terrorists.
Well, guess what? We changing the name of the football team in Washington. How about we change the name of the Wizards? No. And how about we change the name of the Terrapins?
Don't say it. No, not happening.
It ain't happening.
Hashtag new mascots needed.
Other NFL news. Does Taysom Hill have pictures of Sean Payton with sheep? Because the last time I looked, Jameis Winston, pretty good quarterback. I mean, he's got some issues, crab legs,
but I think he had the opportunity to learn from an all-pro Drew Brees that year
Absolutely.
off. I think he did a lot for Jameis. I mean, you look at just the touchdown he threw, they brought pressure. He recognized it, he threw it up.
Right.
Normally, when he throw a touchdown, he was celebrating. He was just kind of
Not then.
He was just like, we'll come. It's all business because he knows it's a competition. So I think that he's the guy, in my opinion.
I think Drew Brees, he learned a lot from Drew.
Right.
Drew taught him, you don't have to be Batman all the time. Sometimes all you need is Bruce Wayne that day. All right? So he learned how to take the check down, hit the 10-yarder. Now, when I see you in a zero blitz, I'm finna let it hang and see what happens. So he's learned from these lessons. And let me tell you something about alpha males, the football players. A fall from grace will humble you. And Jameis has been humble, all right? And the one thing I always know this about down south, you don't ever want to run and meet a hungry dog, because hungry dogs bite.
I think anything that's hungry is going to bite.
Including you, Fred.
Yeah, you bite.
Y'all just haters.
You bite. I mean, I got video from Anderson. All right, last question. Which head coach loses his job first? The Lions' Dan Campbell or the Jacksonville Jaguars' Urban Meyer, who by the way, the team's already been fined $200,000. Meyer with a $100,000 penalty for violating non-contact rules during the OTAs.
At least they doing contact, because Spurrier, we didn't do much contact at the time.
Did you play for Spurrier?
Yes, I did.
Spurrier drafted me.
Yeah,
Spurrier.
Spurrier is responsible for rock.
Forget that question. Steve Spurrier.
Yes.
The old ball coach.
I love him. I love him to death. Energy is there, but I always knew his heart was in college football. Because we would be warming up, and he would be over there talking to us about college football. SEC guys. He wanted to talk some SEC. Right. And like I said,
but he brought in a bunch of Gators that couldn't play.
Yes, he did.
We had the whole 1996 National Championship Florida Gators at the Washington football team.
And we had the one that made the league and the one that didn't make the league. Like, got some of these guys. Yes. Shane wasn't in the league at the time.
Rob Johnson. We had Rob Johnson quarterback. He was in Buffalo at the time.
Why not?
Riedel, Anthony, and Jacquez Green.
And Chris Dorn. We had the whole.
Yes. But it was a fun time. I love the ball coach. I didn't have fun losing. No. But I did have fun with coach.
He was great in college, and I'll give you this one. How much time he got? You have an idea? I'm asking. Yeah. What? What does that mean?
He asking for a friend.
Yeah.
I got a claw.
Yeah.
Orange Bowl, Maryland, Florida. Rex Grossman has been suspended for the first quarter of the game.
Yeah.
Right? Spurrier holds him out. Second quarter, Maryland's up. Second quarter, I'm on the sideline, and Spurrier is on his sideline, and Grossman gets into a first and goal. And Grossman has the call. And I look through Grossman to Spurrier, and he's yelling, Rex, and he's running down the sideline, and he's going, Rex, and he's doing this.
Yeah.
Rex hears it, turns, and just calls an audible, goes, boom, 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 boom. Mm. It's a quick slant, touchdown, easy.
Yeah.
At that point, I realized that dude has got it.
Oh, no, he used to draw it up.
Yeah.
In the dirt. Yeah. In the dirt. Yeah.
You know.
All right, which coach, real quick? Which coach? Campbell or Urban Meyer?
Urban Meyer got a long leash. I think he's going to have a long time. Dan Campbell, I think he's too jockey for everybody in the coaching quarters.
Yeah. I say Urban will be around for a while. I'm going to think Dan will be the first one out.
Two guys who coach.
And he's coaching the Detroit Lions. How many times do they keep a coach over 3 years?
That's Brett Smoot. Cartwright, great to see you, man.
You too, bro.
I'll see you on the golf course. I'm Chick Hernandez. Thank you for watching the Sports Trifecta, worst name in show business, here from the DC Prime.
Hi guys, Dawn Gelomino here with WDVM Local News. If you want to be a part of the fun, like us here at DC Prime, our on-location sponsor, please give me a shout via the information below. We'll be glad to bring you into the fold of tomfoolery. We look forward to hearing from you.